Good evening. I'm Michael Ang, and you're watching the Manila Times News Prime. Let's dive straight into today's biggest stories. The trade agreement between President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. and U.S. President Donald Trump on Tuesday local time, following Washington's proposal to slap a 20% tariff on Philippine goods, drew mixed reactions from various sectors. In a joint press conference, the U.S. leader announced that there would be zero tariff on some U.S. goods, while agreeing to a 1% reduction in the 20% tariff on Philippine products or 19%. Washington, D.C. based lawyer Arnedo Valera, an international law expert and longtime advocate of Filipino migrant communities, told the Manila Times in an interview that the Philippines appeared to concede more than it gained, citing the absence of new trade deals, preferential access, or innovation partnerships. The Federation of Free Workers, or FFW, said the administration should focus on sectoral trade deals in semiconductors and electronics and the real gains for workers. ASEAN Plus 3 Macroeconomic Research Office, AMRO, Group Head and Principal Economist Alan Nang said the direct impact of the U.S. tariff cut was limited given the domestic driven nature of the economy, but broader implications of global trade tensions and a slowdown in global activity could weigh on the Philippine exports and investment appetite. In other news, 7 people are dead, 7 are injured, and 8 are missing due to the effects of the southwest monsoon and tropical storm Christine that passed. According to the National Disaster Risk Reduction Management Council, or NDRRMC. Most of the death toll are coming from Mindanao, while those missing are from Rizal and the rest of the National Capital Region. The Philippine National Police, or PNP, has also reported that the death toll due to inclement weather, by their count, has risen to 12. As of today, the weather disturbance has affected over 1.9 million individuals, with 21,000 families inside evacuation centers and another 21,000 outside of evacuation centers. There are currently 732 evacuation centers all over the country. The NDRRMC also reported a total of 4 billion pesos worth of infrastructure damages and 217.5 million pesos worth of agricultural damages, which were due to the southwest monsoon and tropical storm. On another story, SSS to issue revised guidelines on calamity loan program to help Krising affected members. The Social Security System, or SSS, announced on Wednesday that it would be issuing a revised calamity loan program, or CLP, guidelines to help members in areas declared under state of calamity due to various natural disasters, including severe tropical storm Krising. SSS President and Chief Executive Officer Robert Joseph Declaro said in a statement emailed to the Manila Times that the agency was set to reduce the interest rates for calamity loans to 7% per annum from the current rate of 10%. The SSS said the revised guidelines have been liberalized to allow calamity loan renewal after 6 months, provided that the existing CLP is not past due, in a bid to further enhance financial assistance to its members. Under the revised CLP guidelines, the SSS chief explained that the activation process will be streamlined to only 7 working days from the calamity event date. For the weather update, Storm Emong triggers class work suspensions across Luzon and Visayas. Government urges public to stay alert as rainfall warnings are raised in several provinces. The Department of Interior and Local Government, or DILG, announced the suspension of classes and government work in at least 32 provinces and metropolitan areas as Tropical Depression Emong developed northwest of the country and began moving southwest. Among the provinces included are Nueva Vizcaya, Ifugao, Mountain Province, Nueva Ecija, Quezon, Oriental Mindoro, Palawan, Marinduque, Sorsogon, Romblon, Masbate, Albay, Camarines Sur, Catanduanes, Antique, Iloilo, Pangasinan, Benguet, Tarlac, Pampanga, Bulacan, Metro Manila, Batangas, Laguna, Rizal, Cavite, Cagayan, Ilocos Norte, Ilocos Sur, Abra, Kalinga, and Apayao. The advisory also said the heaviest rains are expected in Zambales, Bataan, and Occidental Mindoro. And for news overseas, US President Donald Trump accuses former President Barack Obama of treason and called for his prosecution. Obama's Democrat administration allegedly manipulated information on Russia's interference in the 2016 elections. Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard sent criminal referrals to the Department of Justice that asserted Obama's officials' involvement in the conspiracy. Obama spokesman Patrick Rodenbush denied the allegations. The report further says the Russian intelligence assault on the integrity of the 2016 US elections represents a grave threat to American national security. That's it for now. Thanks for spending your evening with us. For more news and information, visit themanilatimes.net, read the Manila Times on print, subscribe to its digital edition, or log on to www.manilatimes.net. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, and LinkedIn, and be part of our communities on Viber, Telegram, and Mastodon. I'm Michael Ang, and you've been watching the Manila Times News Prime. Stay informed, and we'll catch you here same time tomorrow. Good night.